Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Manaverse Unleashed. Let's get ready to set sail as we are on Campaign 1, Episode 3 of Curse of the Crimson Chest. As last we left off, our lovely heroes were sailing the ocean, going over towards Port La Crown to try to find one of the several pieces needed to open the doors to get the talisman of Stroma, a powerful magical item that is claimed to be able to control the weather. And upon that moment, we also had our very own Mina Scarlet suffer from a bit of seasickness. And William, the captain of the crew, has offered her his captain's chambers as a spot to rest. But the offer was hung up in the air as our lovely crew came across a new face, a blind man by the name of Mr. Saltrock, a very well experienced spice, herb, and overall food ingredients salesman, provider, whatever you want to call it, just trader. And he had a very interesting interactions with the party, including one, you got to make sure you take care of her and have her rest properly. And one of my personal favorites, which is, hey, you want to know how old I am? Ask my knees and my back. You'll get your answer. And then you talked with him about what happened with him and why he was so far away from where he said he was. It is because there was a sea serpent that took out his ship and crew. Some of the poison got in his eye, and that is why he is blind. And after talking with him about that and asking a few questions, eventually the group hears a hiss as William proceeded to bodyguard Miss Scarlet to protect her from the charging sea serpent. And as it's just about ready to wheel up, for a moment Mordecai walks out of the kitchen to see what happens, looks up, and proceeds to hop behind a barrel for a quick costume change. But with that, are you guys ready to see the first ever Manaverse Unleashed Curse of the Crimson Chest battle map?
Ooh.
Bye.
Oh
my. Nice.
I like it.
You likey.
Very nice.
Let us all roll for initiative for the first time ever in channel history. As if you look on the Roll20, there is a map.
Dun dun dun.
Yes, that's why I said roll for initiative. I was not saying Sabado Gigante.
Why am I so small?
Oh, yours are
I
size.
would have exercise.
Alright.
I didn't know I was the same height as the shark.
What is that weird 19? Because there's Storm Zark and a weird thing I have not seen before. Or no, wait.
What's this?
Yes, that's a serpent. It looks very weird from far away. It looks like a little hat.
Oh, on the stream?
No, on the initiative counter.
Oh! Aww.
That is.
Why am I first?
You rolled
Speaking of, the first in initiative is Mina Scarlet. So Mina, you see after the thing barely misses you both and it riles back up. What do you choose to do, Miss Scarlet?
Well, let me check my stuff real fast.
Okay.
Let me read up on this real fast. Would the missed attack count as a could I have a reaction to that?
No.
No. Okay.
It's only because that was like the segue into the initiative.
I can accept that. I can accept that. Okay. In that case, I'm going to cast Scorching Ray.
Alrighty. Are you gonna aim for its head or are you gonna aim for its tail?
I will be aiming for its head, specifically its eye.
Okay.
Alright, so
Roll to hit.
I don't have that on roll 20, so I will be rolling on Beyond.
Okay.
And my roll to attack is going to be a 15 plus 5, 20.
20 to hit. It hits.
Nice. Okay. And then my damage of Scorching Ray is going to be 2d6s. That is 7.
7. All right. And is that all?
At the moment, I think that's all I can do.
All right. No movement or anything else.
No, I think I'm pretty good right there.
Alrighty. We got a brace for its storm.
I'm going to
Let's do this.
I'm going to head below deck to where the cannons are.
All right. In order to get there, you have to open this door right here, and that is going to take almost. Oh, you would have to dash to get to where the cannons are.
This is a big ship, goddamn.
Well, it's a
Only the-
ship.
Only the finest.
Alright,
It was from the
Alright.
crown, after all.
fair enough. Alright, I'll guess I'll dash to the cannons then.
All right, I'm going to move you here, and we're going to just keep note that you are under the brig, but you do use your dash action to get there. Do you have any bonus abilities, like a bonus action ability that you want to do or anything?
Not seeing anything that would allow me to handle a bonus action. Is the snake still where it is right now?
Yes, it is still where it is.
Do I see where, if it's like next in front of the cannon?
Roll perception.
Nat 20!
Nice.
Nat 20. So you just so happen to see that it is barely missing one of the cannons. However, you have a large feeling that if someone up top can provide some sense of distraction, it is a beast of pretty decently low intelligence that it could probably move in the direction of one of the cannons.
Would they be able to hear me if I yell up from below deck?
That depends. Did you leave the door open?
I mean, I feel like I would just like open it up and just dash inside, like in a hurry. So I feel like I wouldn't closed it.
Okay, so if you didn't close it, then yes, they would hear.
The dash action. So I use 30 feet to get from this point.
You use 60 feet because you went where you were, then you traveled down the stairs, and then around the stairs, and then back up to where a cannon is. And move over there, because when you're operating a cannon, you're operating it from the back, not like on top of it.
Aye, the rest of you, lower the beast in front of the cannons. Do I need to use an action to load the cannons?
You still need an action to load the cannons, And that's gonna end your turn.
Yes.
Zark.
On Zark's turn, he sees this gigantic sea serpent come out of the water, and with his eyes kind of bulge out as he looks at this gigantic thing, a look of awe appears over his face, and he goes,
Oh my gosh, that's a really big snakefish. Oh, okay.
and with that, he jumps up to attention, and he will rush forward 20 feet as he waddles forward onto the deck. And with his magic, he pulls out like this little wand, and on the edge of it kind of has this sort of bluish-like swirl, and he begins to cast a spell. Amun Serech Holomora! And as he does so, suddenly you see 3 large bubbles suddenly appear over Falcon, over Mordecai, and Dionysius. As that happens, you see it pop, and it splashes down on the 3 of you. As this water hits all of you, it doesn't feel wet by any means, but you feel empowered. Zark casts Bless at the first level.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice, Zark.
Oh, it's very well done, little friend.
Just doing my part.
And with that, that will end Zark's turn.
All right. Then we go to the sea serpent. As you see, it kind of looks around for a moment, trying to figure out any sort of wild plan that it has. As you hear it just as it bears its fangs out at you. And for a very concerning amount of time, you see it try to plan, but then you see it stop and dive into the water.
Oh, that's not good.
That can be
Where'd it
good.
go?
And
To
then
yourselves.
pops out the other side. I'm gonna undo that. So
Oh my god.
Yes.
The sea shoes.
and appears to pop out on this end. And because that is its movement, it is going to attack our dear old Mr. Saltrock.
No.
No!
Not the grandpa.
You
Gramps!
leave Pappy Rock alone.
Annoying Gramps.
So here's what happens. As it pops up behind him, you see for a moment he taps his cane on the ground. Part of it almost looking like his usual blind display. Then you see the snake lunge over at it, baring his fangs. And you see that in a moment, Mr. Saltrock smirks. And then you just see him duck underneath the bite of the sea serpent, completely evading all the damage.
Yo.
Whoa!
Is him.
Mordecai will
And
lean
you
to Falcon. Do you think he's really blind or is putting on a show?
Hard to say. That was impressive as hell.
More than impressive.
As it goes over to Mr. Saltrock's turn. Just double checking to make sure. Yes, it is Mr. Saltrock's turn. You see, he turns around. He's still using his cane. As he heads on over towards the sea serpent, and with a smile, he goes, "Well, I may be old, but I'll still give you a big old Mr. Saltrock ass whooping." As you just see, starts throwing hands, punching the sea serpent.
Oh man.
And he is a 3rd level monk using Flurry of Blows.
Oh my god! Yes!
That's my Gramps right there.
Well, the old man has some moves, I'll give him that.
That does hit. And I'm going to roll all 3 of his attacks because he is using Flurry of Blows.
I assume since I'm below deck, I don't really see what's going on right now.
All you just hear is like 2 splashes And then Mr. Salt Rock going, I may not be able to see you, but I'm going to give you an old Mr. Salt Rock ass kicking.
How old even is this guy? What's his
Old
range?
enough.
Old
He's a
enough.
human.
A human?
Look, this is a classic old man ass whooping. Like,
Hey, get him, Gramps!
Let's see. He is also going to use one of his way of the open hand techniques with his third attack. Because all 3 attacks hit. Now I have to roll the damage and a dex save.
Way to go, Gramps. I may have misjudged you. Mina may have misjudged you.
this boys and girls is what they call old man strength.
Oh man, strength. Alright, it's 6. The first bit of damage was 6. And 4. And then lastly, maxed out on the final hit, dealing in total of 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Damn,
Nice.
that is amazing.
Round of applause.
And it failed its dex save as everyone proceeds to see you. After facing the wrath of Mr. Salt Rock, he is just going and just socking this thing. And with the last one, you see as the serpent's head is like violently moving. It is like an inch away from his body, as you see as its like eyes go wide, like, wait, I remember you, but also how? And you just see him right as the serpent has that look of recognition. Mr. Salt Rock just goes, and this one's from your grandpappy. And just socks him dead in the eye. And you just see the sea serpent's head knocked down onto the boat and is just prone, resting its head on the boat. He goes, now's your chance to capitalize, kids. Kick his ass.
That is definitely one hell of a distraction.
Meanwhile, Nut going, he punched my snake.
And now it passes. His turn goes to Mordecai.
How far away am I from the kitchen? Where is the kitchen?
Below deck.
Downstairs.
All right, Mordecai will rush downstairs.
All right. You're gonna need to probably make a dash action.
All
get
right,
down
I will
there.
use my dash action to make my way to the kitchen and to get some of that spicy salsa we made earlier.
Oh no.
Well, I'll allow you to grab it as bonus actions. Just grab it and take a salsa. So yeah, I'll say you burst running down there. You quickly grab it and you just
And
start
I'll go
making your way up there.
as far back. I'll try to run back as much as I can. And that'll end
All
the
right,
turn.
you're gonna be part way towards the stairs, so you're gonna be moving over to there. You go down. You went over here, so I'm just gonna calculate. Because where did you start?
Right here. That's where I started.
Okay, so you'd be able to make it here. And you'd be using more of your movement on your next turn to get back upstairs.
Okay. Got it.
Alrighty. Falcon Akumu.
Right. So, let's see. let's see. I have 4. Okay. Alright, so as a bonus action, hang on. Where am I at? I'm over here. Okay. Gonna be over here because this is currently open. I am going to use one of my plunder dice to use painting cut.
Okay.
So before the end of your next turn, the next weapon attack you make against a creature adds the die to the attack roll and the damage roll if it hits. On a hit, the target cannot make opportunity attacks against you to the start of your next turn.
Very nice.
So, and because it's prone, I have advantage, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, so advantage. Scimitar. That's a
And you are
22.
Also blessed by
22
darts.
hits.
You get to add an additional 1.
Okay, so it's 23, and obviously, I don't think I need to roll this. But roll the d6 for the attack. Okay, so it's 5 slashing plus 1d6 is 7 slashing.
Okay. Anything else?
That is action, bonus, and movement, so I can't do anything else.
Alrighty. Then it goes to Monsieur Williams' turn. As he is going to head over towards the sea serpent, rapier in hand. And he is going to slash at it. Ooh, that be in that one.
Oh no.
Yikes.
I gotta roll.
Captain?
Even he has advantage, remember?
Ah, that is true. Ross's memory has saved his ego.
Yeah.
Nice!
Remember, his head's just laying on the fucking deck. He's not going anywhere. So,
Oh, definitely not going anywhere. But yes, dealing with that much points of damage. You see that after just getting that strange experience of being bashed by Mr. Solrock and having the scimitar slashed at his face, and he's now being jabbed very elegantly, almost like a practice fencer with his rapier. The sea serpent has this pained bewilderment that very much says, "Ah, what is today?" As that passes his turn, it's Big Boy's turn.
Oh.
And you see that Dionysius looks over towards the large sea serpent. And you just see him hold his great sword in hand and be like, "Please be strong enough. Please have the boat be strong enough." And proceeds to grow.
Oh! Damn!
As you see this dude go from like 7-8 feet tall to over 10 feet tall.
Oh my god!
And dude looks like a whole beast, and the entire time you see him growing, grasping at his greatsword, but his eyes are shut because he is hoping that his increased mass does not shatter the boat. As he opens his eyes, he goes, "Oh, yay!" And he starts charging over towards the large creature over there. I'm gonna check Is it moving? Yep, he can just make it, but he's gonna have to right there. And he
Meanwhile, Thak is like,
Yeah.
trying not to fall below deck.
pardon me. I gotta check the additional damage he would deal just in case for his giant smite. Where is it? It is hiding from me. Luckily, I have this lovely little tool, which will have me see it rather quickly. That is an extra d6 damage upon a hit.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
And
First one will hit, and he is going to use Action Surge to hit twice.
Oh my.
he is blessed,
So-
so if one of those misses, you have a chance to hit.
Thank you. So in total, this gentleman is going to deal 66 points of damage.
Oh my.
What?
2 attacks.
That is the power of a Rune Knight fighter. Because he's giant
Rune Knights are
sized,
the
he
best.
adds an additional d6 to his melee attacks.
Oh my god!
Rune Knights are the best.
They are. He deals in total of 24 points of damage. As you see him like run over with a mysterious amount of glee as he looks over to the serpent and goes, "Shouldn't have attacked the crew." And just starts slashing at the large sea serpent, who, the more this fight is happening, the more almost embarrassed it kind of looks. And
Just like I did not expect to have my ass handed to me by these doofuses.
and you even see that like Mr. Saltrock is leaning against the boat going, "Now that is an ass whooping." As we go to Mita.
Alright, so Mina is going to go over to the left side of William. And like just like that, and she is going to do her melee weapon dagger attack on the sea serpent still on deck.
Alrighty, it is still prone. Roll your hit with advantage.
Okay, let's do this.
Roll
That's-
twice, take the highest number.
Alright. That would be an 11 to hit.
11 to hit. Is she one of the blessed ones?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. And that was out of 2 dice rolls because you have to roll twice because you have an advantage.
Okay, I think I did.
I think
So-
also if you're using D&D Beyond, I think it's just like shift click, you roll at advantage. I'm pretty
I
sure.
can, in that case, do it from the roll 20. Just to make sure
Yes.
it's done properly. And that would be, what am I rolling?
You are rolling your attack at advantage. You're rolling twice, take the highest number out of the 2.
Alright. There we go. There's 1. Oh, that should be both.
Yes, that would be your both. The 22 will hit.
Alright, nice. And then roll to attack without advantage.
Roll your damage.
Roll to damage, alright.
Yeah, because to my knowledge, you only have one attack right now.
Okay. Yeah, because I have daggers in both hands, if that helps.
Yes. If you are dual wielding, then you will roll your other attack as well.
All right.
So I assume you're going to use your main action attack, and then you're going to use your bonus action offhand.
Yes.
That one's also going to be at advantage.
Alright.
That one's also going to be at advantage.
All right. So that'll be a 23, and then for damage.
Both hit.
Nice damage. 5.
Hey, 11 is nothing to sneeze at. So
What was that?
alrighty. One minute.
Sydney.
But you guys see after nope, Sydney's not even in the room. But you see after those 2 nasty slashes, this thing is heavily bleeding.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, you see this thing, the more and more you guys are practically bullying this creature, the more unhappy it looks.
How's I know we can't see Neptune, but how's he looking?
Hilariously, above board, he is not the one to send the thing.
Huh,
Wow.
I know. I figured that. Or rather, no. But he's working.
If he was following it would have been very much like good for them. But yes, and that's going to end your turn, Miss Scarlet.
Yep.
Alrighty. Storm! You have seen that it is, even though it has switched sides, it has moved in range of 2 cannons. Well, the more volatile part is going to be towards the cannons to the left, as that would be where its like upper body and head is at. And then on the other side, the one that you are on, is where its tail would be.
I'm going to move towards the left cannon where the sensitive spot is, you said?
Not sensitive spots, more the volatile spots, because that is just like upper body.
Alright, I will. Where is it exactly? Like, wise?
It is. Because like it was like right there. Its still body is like dangling over the edge, so you'd be like. Also, what is up with this? No, I don't want to move the entire ship. I want to use the tracking. It would be.
A dash.
It would be a dash again. However, if you still want to try to aim for the tail, that would be more of an action just to get the cannon loaded.
So I need 2 actions to actually fire it, to load it, then to fire it.
Yeah, but it's also because like it is a old school cannon. It's not pre-armed. You have to take it, load it, get the gunpowder in it, light it, fire it.
A lot of steps.
Yes.
Indeed.
I'd probably recommend with the next fight, don't instantly go for the cannons. While it is useful. Yes.
Well, for the next fight, I'm just gonna preload the cannons beforehand.
A little bit better, yes.
So if I were to dash over, and would I still be able to load the cannons? Because either way, like I need to spend an action.
If you do dash to the other side, you are still using a dash action, so you would not have your action. However, as I've said, while you are on the right side still, you would be able to load the one closest to its tail as an action without needing a dash action.
Alright, I will move over. Do I see Mordecai?
Mordecai, you see him like grabbing some peppers without even needing to roll anything. Some salsas.
It's not really the time for a break.
Yes, but not for me. For the big one upstairs.
I question methods.
Once you see the results, you will question them no further.
I shall see. I then dash to the cannons and use an action to.
Like I said, Mac, if you are doing the one that you are the closest to, it would not take a dash action. It's just a regular action.
I will move to the cannon.
Okay. Yes, you move over to the closest cannon that is closest to its tail, and you take action, get it prepared and loaded. So on your next turn, you should be able to fire it.
If there is an extra.
Yes, that is the true question. Is the matter of if.
Oh, yeah, keep it locked down.
Alrighty, it's gonna go to Zark.
Alright, on Zark's turn, seeing his companions whittle down this gigantic sea serpent, Zark sees an opportunity and he whips out that wand and he casts a spell as he says, "Aqua dead fishies!" And as he does so, you suddenly see a 5 skeletal-looking undead sort of fish that sort of swim around the head of this gigantic sea serpent. And each of them begin to chatter their bones and move their rib cages into sort of rhythmic tone as Zark casts the cantrip Toll of the Dead. The creature needs to give a wisdom save.
Wow.
A wisdom save.
I didn't expect a spell like that to be something as a normal have.
That is a 4.
He fails and will take some damage from the ability.
Okay.
We'll take a total of 8 points of necrotic damage.
Damn.
Okay. Any other bonus effects?
No other bonus effects. Nope.
Alrighty.
Zark will move up 10 feet and end his turn.
Alrighty. Now we go to its turn, and it does not look very happy at all. As it is going to Falcon, pick a number 1 through 4.
4.
Okay. For Falcon. 4. Alrighty, Mina, pick a number through 1 through 3.
2.
William is going to be 3. I will roll a d4, and whatever what I roll is who it's going to attack.
Let's do it.
Falcon.
C'est moi. All right.
It is going to try to bite you.
Let's see. Hang on. I think I need to do something as a reaction.
So, don't even bother. I assume a 9 will not hit.
It will not.
Nice.
Yes, you see as it like moves its head back to the proper position and goes to get that nasty bite. You see for a moment, like as it was about to go for a bite, there's a moment where this large, monstrous sea serpent just spins its head for a moment with that like, oh, I'm getting dizzy. Look.
I'm gonna use my reaction, trip the deck.
Alright.
When a creature within 5 feet of you misses you with a melee attack, you may use a reaction to expend 1 plunder die to kick out a knee, stamp a boot, or sweep a leg across the deck. The target must succeed on a dex save, throw, or fall prone, and it takes bludgeoning damage equal to the plunder die.
Alrighty.
If the creature is
because
already standing on unstable footing, the DM can rule it has disadvantage on the save.
So here's what I'll tell you what happens on that one. As it goes to raise its head, and you could already tell it's getting a little dizzy. Falcon, being a behemoth in battle he is, proceeds to take his scimitar and pin it to the ship, just stabbing its face into the actual ship, and proceeds to take the sword and go and with the hilt smack it in the face. So you may roll your damage then.
Whoa!
Yeah. That is, I think I picked up a trick or two for the old man, eh?
Indeed.
Sure you're a
How much
pirate?
damage?
You're a barbarian.
He takes 4.
Takes 4. Alrighty.
I think Gramps is about to finish this guy off.
As that end your turn, you said, sir?
And his,
Oh,
well,
that's- that ends
it's
its
reaction. And also
Ah,
now
yeah.
it falls prone again.
It is prone again.
Again!
Wait,
So
he has to make-
Grandpappy has advantage.
But as it goes to Mr. Saltrock's turn, as this thing is just snarling, it is looking directly at Falcon with this angry look. And you just see Mr. Saltrock is guiding with his hand towards the front of the actual snake as you hear him, while moving and whistling. He is going and is just whistling like a G to the front, and he then looks over with a grin, still very much blind, but like facing its head towards its general direction, going, "How you doing, big boy?"
Oh
Well,
my god!
Not gonna be feeling too good after this. As he's gonna Fury Blows the creature with advantage.
Oh my god!
The first one's a crit.
Oh my! You got a nat 20?
Indeed.
Right on.
Second one will hit.
This thing's going down.
Alrighty. Let's see how much damage old Pop's dealing. Alrighty, so let me take a look at the damage output that this man can do. Oh my. I guess I have to figure out how Mr. Saltrock wants to take out this thing.
Yes!
Hey.
There you go, Gramps!
Well, there goes me and more guys' plans.
This old man got hands.
So here's basically what you see. And you know what? I'll even pantomime it for you. So you see that Mr. Saltrock's wearing a nice coat as he goes, "I promised you a good old fashioned Mr. Saltrock ass whooping. And I am going to," as he rolls up his sleeves, "I'm going to provide." As you then just see, he goes, "Poof, poof, poof," and just is like
That
rolling.
biscuit.
Yeah, like you just see him giving right hook, left hook. After the right hook, you hear a tear. As you see, he has punched this thing so hard, the sword sliced off a piece of its nose. And it's like still pinned to the ship. Next hit proceeds to punch him right into the blade, where as it's shaking, smacks it back in the face. And he goes, 1, 2, 3, time to let it be. And as this thing goes to go back, you see for a moment when it hits, the face just ripples. And you just see that this thing just, with his momentum, just flies back into the ocean. And you then see that Mr. Saltrock adjusts his shirt. Not bad for an old man, huh?
And Mordecai
As
missed
that-
the whole thing.
And that ends initiative.
Oh man.
Falcon just stands there, just like, okay. And he just looks at his crewmates and then back at Salt Rock. He says, "Wow, it seems that someone else was being a little less forthcoming now, wasn't he?"
You see him like tapping the ground with his hand, and eventually does get the cane as he stands up, and you hear a little pop as he gets back up and goes, "Ooh. Well, I won't lie. I was trying to keep that part of my life secretive, but then again, they never expect an old man to be able to throw hands like that. Let's just say nobody's taking advantage of this, Grandpa."
Below deck, you hear a cannon fire.
Yeah, you see at one point as the cannon fires, there is a like little fish that pops up and then just no more fish. As basically the fish was just like, "What's going on up here?" Uh-oh.
It gets fucking nailed. Great.
Aye. Where'd the beast go?
And eventually everyone does fully make it to the top of the deck, both Storm and Mordecai.
Where'd the
All
beast
right. Who is the prankster? When I asked for chicken on board, I did not mean this. What is this? It's not even flesh. It's... What is this?
You see that Mr. Saltrock holding his cane and holding the hand out in your blind general direction goes, let me feel it. I'll be able to figure it out."
Here you are. Here. Then he hands it to him.
He's like still not fully taking it, but like with it in your hand, just like feels around and goes, "That's rubber."
So, a rubber chicken.
Where on earth did this come from? Why is it in the kitchen?
But don't look at me.
Maybe it was our dear friend whom we left at the docks.
Perhaps.
Well,
He seems
I've
like the
never
type.
heard of.
He seems like he would be the type to have one.
Oh, I've never heard of a rubber chicken. Does it taste good if you cook it?
I don't believe you can cook it. As he says, looking
No.
at it again.
No, you very much cannot cook it. But we'll use it as your method of making sure no one messes with your food as you're cooking.
Falcon just cleans off his scimitar and then stows it away again. And he goes, well, that was certainly illuminating. But I guess he looks over the side to see if Neptune is still there.
I'll roll a perception. You do not see Neptune, but you see that, like, just as William is sheathing his sword, the boat proceeds, and this is what everyone notices, the boat proceeds to move a little faster.
Why is the boat moving faster?
From below deck.
Mordecai is
Just below deck.
As he goes, well, I think I might have an answer. As William heads over towards the wheel. And grabs it, getting himself positioned as he goes. Well, I do believe that was actually a test from Samudra himself. The ocean god.
You see, Falcon blinks and just sort of puts little hands together in prayer, and then just kind of walks up towards the helm and just. You really think so?
I know so. Legends has always reported of Samudra and Stroma actually providing so many tests for sailors on the sea, and if they prove their mettle, they get a prize of some kind. And it appears in our case, our journey to Port La Crown will move a little faster, especially based off of what I have possibly pieced together.
And what might that be, Captain?
Nice outfit.
What?
Nice. I like it.
Very nice.
Looking sharp.
Appreciate it. I know.
No, I think he's looking sharp.
Yeah, aye.
I also have the pants, but obviously.
Pantalones.
Donde
Pantalones.
está el pantalones?
Sí. Sí.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Storm will walk up to William. Did he say God?
Yes, I did say God, but to also answer the earlier question, that is not a full-grown seabird serpent.
So we essentially
I
bullied
did notice
Chime.
a little bit more.
Yes. And thankfully, Samudra decided to give us a bit of speed, as who knows what would happen if the mom or father figures out what killed it.
Right. On with the gale, I suppose.
Well, that was
Indeed.
not particularly fun.
Well, to be fair, you did aim towards the cannons at first, and usually that's good when we have a full crew.
I
But
suppose.
this. But unfortunately, I don't believe the. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't believe the 7 of us is exactly a crew. Well,
Very much not.
8 if you.
Right.
8 if you can solve
He looks and says, "Oh, that's what I provide. Consider a bit more like 10.
Storm will then look towards Mordecai. What were you planning to do with those peppers?
Well, I was hoping the serpent couldn't take the heat and it would be somewhat disoriented. As he, holds the bowl and just kind of haven't tried it myself and just kind of a bit of taste.
Roll a Constitution save, Mordecai.
Oh no.
He knew.
13.
Because remember, that is still the
Oh, I know.
the worm's breath, which is top 5 hottest peppers. And with the 13, very similar again to Storm. There's that I mean, I don't see what the problem is, and then you go to turn around and put it in a jar and screw a lid, and then you just go take off the hat and just and you just so you have a moment of privacy. Because you don't hurl, but you just are practically screaming into it.
Right.
Can I try some?
No. As he goes back to the kitchen to put it away.
I be above deck.
You truly are a glutton for punishment.
I like challenges.
That's not a challenge if we already you failed. Perhaps work up to it.
Do ye have any suggestions for what kind of peppers I could?
I am not a culinary expert. That would be more of Mr. Saltrock's territory.
Oh, speaking of Mr. Saltrock, I do believe you owe me some time in the kitchen.
You see, he is currently leaning against part of the boat, and part of his cane is leaning against the boat, and he's using a rag to clean off the blood off of his knuckles. Perhaps I could be of some help.
Splendid. Right this way, sir. As he gestures towards the kitchen.
At this,
You see, there's a awkward pause as you say, right this way. And he turns over in your general direction and goes, "Which way is that again?"
Just follow my voice. I tend to talk a lot.
Goody. As he begins to as they basically begin conversating, he follows the sound of the voice, which I assume Mordecai maybe might help him down the stairs.
Oh, of course. He's not going to just walk in silence.
Nah.
He's going to talk to him about various spices and herbs and seasonings.
And at this, Mina remains standing on deck currently, surveying. She's looking at the deck. It's all very messy, I imagine, from the corpse that we had just now.
Very, and there is a decently sized chunk of sea serpent scales. Still adolescent sea serpent scales, but perhaps can still provide a use.
Okay, Mina, she bends down and picks up the scales, and her hands get all messy with the leftover sea water and probably the blood of the scales.
Roll me a survival check, because you're going to need to carve in to separate it from the skin.
All right, let me do that.
The muscle.
Oh wait, I can just roll on 20. Let me try it on the roll 20. Survival. Oh, whoops. Let me turn off the advantage.
Yes. I will be nice and allow the 13, because it is technically what you rolled first.
Mighty kind.
But you take the dagger, you do manage to get a decent amount of the scales off. I mean, it's adolescent sea serpent scales. They're not going to be incredibly tough. You do manage to get some of them off. Some of the ones that more stick to the muscle, you kind of have to move with a large chunk of the nostril of the sea serpent to figure out what to do with the rest. Because you could cook the meat, you could do so much with it.
Yes. So she's currently holding scales, and she has a piece of meat too.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. Well, she takes the scales and the meat, realizes, oh, my hands are covered and all messy now. She decides to go to the kitchen, so she heads down towards the kitchen and walks in. Is Mordecai and Mr. Saltrock there?
They're very much down there as you head on down the stairs, and you just see him go, "All right, so this is cayenne pepper.
Right.
Cayenne's going to be a good friend to you. This is salt and pepper. I guarantee you know what this is."
Any fool with salt knows.
Ah, funny. As he goes, these are a gift. These are lemons.
Oh.
Yes. And next to them, I'm going to put the limes. The limes are very good when paired with meat, especially beef or steak.
If we get any in our travels, I should be sure to use it. Now, I did have a more rather personal question of sorts. Professional, personal.
But of course, go on, ask ahead now.
Now, I remember reading quite a long time ago of a serial stowaway on your ships. Never found, right?
Yes, never found.
And did you ever stop searching for this individual?
I mean, I can't exactly do any searching now.
Right. When you could see, did you ever get a good look at him or her?
I'm gonna roll a history check on good old Mr. Saltrock. He goes, nah, I don't really remember much about people. But, why are you looking for somebody?
Just curious is all. Wanted to put a potential face to the legend is all.
Well, if I do have something that comes up in my old noggin, I'll let you know. Oh, and, how can I help you, miss? As he's, like, not looking, but, like, still reorganizing some of the ingredients.
How did you... Confused, because he didn't see her, but how did he see her?
He goes, my eyes may be shit, but my ears ain't.
Apparently mine are.
Hello.
Care to join us for some cooking?
Not join you for cooking. However, I brought things you could potentially cook.
Oh?
Mina says as she walks into the kitchen near the counter and places down some of the meat from the sea serpent that she had carved off of the corpse left over.
Yeah, fresh as ever.
Right.
I'll see what we can do.
Wonderful. In the meantime, she's looking at her filthy, blood-covered hands and stuff, and she then asks, do we have any rum?
Oh, I got stuff better than rum.
Oh?
Do you think Mr. Saltrock does not pair some good wine with his food?
What sort of wine?
Check my bag. Got some wine in there.
Mordecai will go over to his bag and start searching.
You see within his sack, he has like a few bottles of red, a few bottles of white. One apparently very nice bottle of scotch. And a very old bourbon.
Mina walks over and sees the bottles as well and straight up asks, which one's the strongest?
I was assuming the bourbon, no?
Definitely the bourbon. That's a good old brand. One they call Sinner's Knockout.
You're not going to wash your hands with these, are you?
And waste such a perfect, powerful alcohol? Please. She says as she just picks up the bottle before Mordecai can do anything else with it.
Alright. Go for it. Who am I to deny a lady a drink?
She then turns to Mr. Saltrock. I thank you very much for this.
Of course. And, before you leave, you did good out there.
As did you. I must say, I was surprised.
Oh, if you want to see a surprise, you should have seen Mr. Saltrock in his heyday.
Oh, I'm sure it would have been wonderful. What year would that have been, sir?
Oh, that would have been, good old 60 years ago.
I can only imagine.
Oh, as you should. Young Mr. Saltrock was the cream of the crop.
You must tell me about it sometime. Help.
Oh, of course now.
Help pass the nights when some of us may not be able to sleep.
Oh, you always find Mr. Saltrock always like good company. And I always tell that those drinks, they may be good, but they don't do much in terms of healing the inside.
It's worked wonders for me, as he takes a sip.
Yeah, look at you. You reorganized this damn season's wrong.
Sir, I have them by strength. Mild, medium, and extreme. What more organization could there possibly be?
Well, one thing you gotta keep the spice hidden from the dragon bone up there.
And as they start to argue about the spices, Mina simply pops off the top of the thing and of the bourbon and just turns and leaves as she takes a big swig of it, leaving the kitchen entirely for them to just do their arguing.
Are you going above deck?
Aye.
Storm will be passing you, going down deck, just feeling a little bit, like, demotivated. Evening, madam. And he just goes to the cannonball room, where all the cannonballs and cannons are.
Okay. She takes another sip and keeps going.
Alright, and does anyone else desire to do anything before we head to nightfall and we begin the end of day 1 at sea?
Storm will begin to load the cannons in preparation in case something else happens.
Yeah, you take the time, make sure that all the cannons at least have a shot prepared, because you cannot overload a cannon. You have to put one in at a time, but you get it prepared, make sure that it's nice and clean, make sure the gunpowder's not wet, because gunpowder, when wet, it proves to be not useful.
Yeah.
And you take some time and you load it, and after eventually you get the cannons in pretty nice looking condition and time has very much passed. You see that Mr. Salt Rock, going on a little bit of a walk, is pressing a hand up against the wall and he goes, "What's on your mind, son?"
Hi, Gramps. Nothing at all.
Bullshit. Something upsetting you.
I'd be useless against this beast. I did nothing. I even missed me shot.
How many fights you been in?
I've been in me fair share with me previous captain.
And who you captain?
He will debate whether to disclose whether his last captain was his father or not. Let's say somebody close.
Somebody close. Well, if you done business with them and their crew, then I assume you would know then that that captain of yours had a full crew. I don't want to tell you this because I don't like beating a man with his down, but you don't got a full crew yet. Gate would be in yet. But once you do, you'll figure it out. Don't put so much weight on your shoulders. I know you got your area of expertise, but, well, it's new. You're in a new situation. It's a new group, new problems. You can't use your old solutions to fix new problems.
I heard he kicked butts.
Yeah, I did give it a good old booty whooping, as it were. But here's the thing. Even though I'm blind, I didn't let it hold me down. I had to figure out new solutions. New solutions to new problems. So with you, got a new problem, find a new solution. And I guarantee you if you talk to your crew or your captain, you're gonna find some way out of this. And be able to provide some booty whoopings of your own. Whether it's cannons or whatever it is I smelled in the kitchen.
Storm will sniff the air.
Yeah, I smelled the crispy wood. Though it did not smell fire burnt. It smelled like something else.
I was told to talk to you about a spice issue, like the crew seems to think I have.
I think I understand. Adrenaline junkie, right?
He will slowly look away in embarrassment. Whatever could you possibly mean?
Look over here, boy. I can't hear you when you're facing that way.
Whatever could he possibly mean?
Listen. When good old Mr. Saltrock was young, I was that way too. Oh, I love the good thrill. Whether it was hardcore sailing, hardcore boozing, hardcore spicing, hardcore with the ladies. Trust me. Mr. Saltrock was wild in his day. Not anymore, though. Saltrock settled down, had a few kids, and mellowed out in this time. Well, sometimes I get the old spice back in my life. But it's also because it gets the blood pumping. Something that just makes the old drum booming. But Mr. Saltrock didn't always have that feeling. It was slow. Then once Mr. Saltrock got that feeling of the adrenaline, oh, it was hard to keep it away from him. So what you gotta do, don't jump at the first extreme. That's how you get yourself killed. You gotta find new experiences or find out when something was probably gonna be too much. So, if you want something that's good, there's some over in the kitchen that I put in an obvious spot for you. And, it's a nice pepper. We call it imp sting. Because imp sting is it's got some kick to it, but it's not overly spicy like that worm's breath.
I can't wait to try it.
Don't worry now. I provided your friend Mordecai there with a nice little cookbook. Just in case he wants to try out some old recipes from this old soul. And I made sure that there was some with some kick just for you. But not overly. I still want to be able to make it home.
I assume dinner's being prepared or at least ready or something.
Yep.
I proceed to head to the exit of the cannon room. Then I pause. Do you think you could tell me more stories of your adrenaline junkie days?
He slowly turns to face in your general direction. I don't know if you could handle it.
I like me a challenge.
He just canes his way over to you and pats you on the back. I'm sure, but you're not to my level, kid. Because, well, you ever have an instance where you have a spicy food eating contest with a red dragon?
As a matter of fact, I would be if my last captain didn't prevent me from doing so.
Well, it was a big one. Let's just say I wasn't the one to bitch out first.
Oh, to hear this man's exploits.
I was not expecting that to come out of your mouth. Oh,
Gotta add another one to the counter.
Yep. That'd make 4,
shut up!
Yep.
maybe 5.
Shut up!
No.
Okay. Later then.
Of course, but you want the more hardcore stories? Get some hair on your chest, kid. And
Can Dragonborns even grow hair?
yes, they actually can. They can.
Wait, where? Like
Usually it's like on their head. Very rarely will it be like on the chest. It very much depends on the kind of dragon.
Maybe a Chinese dragon.
Definitely more with the Chinese dragons.
Are we in the Middle East or are we in the Middle West?
You're heading towards the middle. You're in the Middle West.
We're in the middle of somewhere.
Middle of nowhere.
We're somewhere. By the way, before I guess dinner is served or whatever, what side of the ship did Neptune make his presence known? I believe it was the starboard side.
Starboard side.
The right side of the boat. So he's just sort of at the starboard gunwale, just sort of, kind of gazing out to sea, and just wondering, like, where did you come from? Clearly, you're in need of the trench, but why now? You've had ample opportunity to make yourself known, but why now?
Roll me another perception, good sir.
Okay. Again.
10. As you are asking these questions, you occasionally hear the sound. A sound of almost someone singing. As you just hear
What was that?
and it is a woman's voice.
He now looks very confused and very concerned. He looks for the source of the sound.
Roll me perception again, sir.
23.
As the sun is slowly going down, the moon is starting to rise, you noticed a bit of mist around the water, and you see this woman silhouette standing on the water. And you just see, with the silhouette, you cannot get full descriptions of her body, but you just see that you cannot see her face, but her hair is dangling in front of her. She's standing in the water, almost looking at your general direction. You just hear from it.
He takes a step backward And another. And another. What the hell is that?
Eventually, you hear the downstairs door open as you hear Captain William go, Falcon, dinner's ready.
What?
Dinner's ready.
Thanks. I'll be right there. I look back out to the water.
She is gone.
Oh boy.
That can't be good.
Is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
What happened?
Well, I heard this strange singing voice, female, and I sort of looked out on the water. Well, as I was looking out on the water, I could see a female figure through the mist.
A woman.
Yes. Her hair was almost dangling in front of her face. I couldn't really get a good look at her. And when you came out to tell me that dinner was ready, I looked away. And when I looked back, she was gone.
Here's a quick question. Did you see her full figure, or just her upper half?
Which did I see?
You saw a full figure.
Full.
She did have legs.
She had legs, and she was standing on the water surface.
Oh, that means it's not a siren. That's good, at least. Get inside. We'll talk about it in the morning after dinner.
He nods and takes another look out to the ocean before turning and heading below decks to the galley.
As you start to head towards the lower part of the galley, and you touch the handle right after William has finished going in, you hear that same woman's voice go,
Falcon freezes. What? He sort of takes a couple steps up the ladder and looks back out.
Well, another perception. You don't see the figure. You just hear a final set of words.
Find me tomorrow.
Okay, now you're going fucking crazy, Falcon. And he heads back down the ladder and back towards the inn. towards the galley, where everyone else is about to have dinner.
Yes, and speaking of Mordecai, what is for dinner?
We are having roasted sea serpent.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to give a description.
Oh, but of course. So, with the roasted sea serpent, it's actually very interesting looking, especially given of the pieces of meat that you use on the inside. It almost matches the shape, consistency, and just overall look of almost brisket. You also notice that with the unstoppable team of Mordecai and Mr. Saltrock, they have paired the lovely brisket with a very nice set of like cheeses and biscuits. Like full on meat, cheese, and full meat, cheese, and bread situation. And as those who sit down and actually try it, which I assume is everybody, you try it. It is the most melt in your mouth, savory, smoky piece of meat you have ever had in your life. It almost has that, like, especially with the sauces mixed in, it almost has that like jalapeno barbecue flavor, where it's just got that nice tangy, spicy, savory flavor that melts in your mouth. You pair it with the cheese and the biscuits, and if you're feeling daring, put them all together. It almost has that first ever cheesy barbecue jalapeno brisket sandwich flavor to it. And especially with the biscuit, it is perfect levels of flaky, buttery, and crispy in all the right spots. The cheese, especially when paired with the sea serpent, melts into the meat, and you almost can see at points where the cheese has attached itself to the meat to just kind of hold itself hostage up until you take a bite, and then the flavor just bursts. And just the flavor of the meat, the cheese, as well as the biscuit just goes into a wave all at once.
Wow,
And that was
really good, Mordecai. Yum.
Well, I couldn't have done it alone, as he nudges Mr. Saltrock.
Damn right you couldn't.
I assume in my case, mine would be a bit spicy.
No, yours is mild, no spice.
I was told otherwise.
You said that they had stuff in there for you for spice, not that they prepared yours especially spicy.
I give mine a try.
Same as everyone else's, still with that jalapeno, almost barbecue flavor. It does have some kick to it. It is not as crazy as to require a con save, but it gets the job done. It's provided you that simple reminder of not just jumping off into the shark's den first day. You gotta start small.
Aye, this be a good meal, Mordecai.
Thank you.
Although I do miss that little extra kick, but it does the job.
I'll tell you what. I have it hidden somewhere. I'm not going to ever tell you where, but I can give you... I can put a bit in your food if you like. Out on the deck.
I shall keep that in mind.
Wonderful, but not tonight.
Yes, we don't need to be burning down the galley again, do we?
I make one mistake and you hold it over me head.
Falcon just points up at the singe mark that's still there.
And you see in perfect unison, William points at the exact same spot. And you even see as like Dionysius is eating, and he looks up and goes, "Oh, how long has that been there?"
I think it came with the ship.
Oh,
Probably.
well, hey, at least you got it for free.
Mordecai would just kind of look around as he's eating. Like, right.
No, he didn't get it for free. He paid a lot of money to get us this boat.
Yeah, not that much. It was quite a steal, if I'm honest.
Oh, so you got a relative discount, huh? Good.
He'll just nod.
Wasn't he plastered?
No, I assure you I was quite sober. Was I? Probably, yeah.
You was sober. The other guy wasn't.
So, Captain, I've been meaning to ask, are we going to change these sails?
Once we get back to Pirate Land again, yes. But we don't want to do it immediately, especially going to places like Port of Crown. They'd be looking for pirate colors. And, well, most of the time the Crown does not make alterations to their ships. Unless it is of that of rank, then it is very specific.
I assume you have a plan for me and Fish Boy. Disguise-wise.
I keep telling you, I'm not a fish, I'm a shark.
And I keep saying, what's the difference?
I gotta tell you again, fishes are tiny, sharks are big, sharks got teeth like me.
You do live in the water.
As Mr. Saltrock goes to pass by the table with his plate, William grabs him by the sleeve of the shirt and goes, "Next time you cook for me, poison it."
Zark will hold a piece of the meat from the serpent, just kind of hold it up.
See, this is a fish snake. We eat the fish snake. Ah.
Yes. You committed cannibalism.
No, because I'm a shark. It's what we do. We eat the fish.
Well, if everyone is done eating, please leave my kitchen. I have cleaning to do.
You see, Mr. Saltrock turns and goes, "Well, hold on now. I do have something to contribute to this here conversation.
Oh?
So, to confirm, because I have my suspicions, you're Dragonborn, right there, Storm?
Aye.
Does that make you a lizard?"
He tilts his head upward. I never really thought about it.
Well, basically, by you calling him a fish is as if calling you a lizard. Dragonborn aren't necessarily known to be in the lizard family. They're of their own draconic family. So very similarly, well, fish can mean a wide variety of things. There are many different varieties of sharks. I've seen a few, when I could see. And just by comparing your friend over there to just fish, you might as well just say, oh, he's connected to the jellyfish or connected to the clownfish. They're not all the same. And even then, sharks eat fish. Not necessarily cannibalism is part of the food chain. But,
Go on.
for all I know, tomorrow morning I might see you sunbathing on a rock.
He does drive a good point still.
You have given me a lot to think about.
Good.
So, I think I understand. You're saying like lizards are the fish on land.
Wait, we
Basically.
We
Okay.
fish?
So, you're like a land shark. Kinda, with all the sharp teeth you got.
As he points at Storm.
A land shark.
I be a land fish?
A land shark.
He ponders that for a moment. Nah, that can't be.
Okay.
I'm gonna need Mina real quick to roll me a perception.
Mina. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my god. No, honestly, Mina was straight up about to whisper under her breath, "These idiots."
I love these interactions between Storm and Zark.
Alright, you said perception?
Yes, please.
Alright. Nat 20.
So, as you hear the mind-melting conversation continue for almost like the 100th time, you swear you see, and some of the others don't really notice because, well, the conversation has just been going to just the same place over and over again, and they're just looking down, just eating their food. You look up, and you happen to see William going out the door with one of the bottles of booze, and proceeds to turn at you for a moment and shake the bottle very lightly before walking out.
Mina narrows her eyes at the audacity of this man. Knowing that he wants he wants her to follow because he got strong booze.
But does she?
She looks at the table, and then at Storm and Zark, still doing sharkfish, and then Mr. Salt. Keep going.
Mrs. Salrock goes, I don't think of him more as a land shark, more like a land anglerfish.
Oh, you get glowy at night?
What do you think, English?
At that,
I
Mina
think-
just slowly
I think
closes
Falcon.
her eyes. Looks
I
down.
think Falcon. I think Falcon looks at Mina and just goes like, "You."
Mina, she slowly closes, gives a very subtle eye close agreement nod. She stands up, puts her plate over on the kitchen sink area, where I assume Mordecai would be very strict of putting dishes. So she puts it there, straightens up her coat, her hat. Oh boy. And heads up to above deck.
As you head up above deck, where it is much, much quieter. And you even make efforts to close the door leading to the downstairs. So that way, as you hear the arguments where you don't know which one being like, no, I am a land piranha. And
Much better.
indeed.
Does the conversation get louder?
Oh, I'm sure it will.
It does get louder. Luckily, the doors keep it quiet. You just see that he is just sort of has his coat just on the ground. He's laying on it, and he has the bottle of booze open next to him. And he's not looking at you. He's just looking up at the sky towards the stars.
Mina stares at him for a moment, contemplating a few things. Then she saunters over. Does not sit down. She more so stands at the top left shoulder near him, where he's laying down. Looks down and says, "You wanted to see me?"
Morn, I know you did not want to see them. As he holds up the bottle towards you.
Fair enough. Mina takes the bottle and sits down.
Plus, you're also my first mate. You're one of the members of the crew that annoy me the least.
Maybe
Okay.
Falcon!
Damn! He's not there. That's me above board.
I know!
He does say Mordecai and Falcon have their charms. It's the other two. I mean, Zaki's adorable, but when paired with Storm, it's just on repeat, and now it's my turn. As he takes the bottle and he take his sip.
We agree. That we agree upon.
Yes. Well, how do you feel after that sea serpent fight?
I suppose, as well as anyone would, after a fight like that.
But, as I've mentioned, we were fighting a juvenile. Does any part of you still feel a little wrong about it?
About the fact that it was basically a child?
Yes.
It has crossed my mind. Not only was it not necessarily a fair fight, but it wasn't, I don't want to say right versus wrong, but it didn't much have a chance at life.
Yes, I consider it a very vile thing to ponder. I don't like the idea of taking the life of a creature before it could possibly reach its prime, or it is still innocent at that time.
Well, Captain, we agree on that. Mina says as she takes the bottle and then takes another swig of it and then puts it back.
A rather interesting person, Miss Scarlet. Care to share why you desire to sail the seas under such a crew?
Well, why does anyone really sail the seas, Captain? Fortune, glory, freedom, boredom, looking for a purpose?
That's what you're here for. To find your purpose.
It could be. But only time will tell.
It's understandable. As he takes the bottle from you and swigs it himself. I think you do have a natural calling, Miss Scarlet. And I am not the one to bind you to this ship and its crew. But I do see a lot of potential within you.
Pray tell, what might that be?
Well, we're very swift and deft with your daggers. Normally someone very untrained is not as skilled. And even then, despite sailing on the sea with pirates, you have a conscience on your shoulders.
Mina kind of huffs
Something
at that.
that's... What? I mean, you and I still had a similar feeling when it came to the sea serpent. Even though it wasn't a person, it was still a young life.
But what about you, Captain William? You have told us about your dragon ventures and how you disapprove with the crown, dealing with matters such as that for simple power and wealth. But I have a feeling there's more to you than meets the eye.
Trust me, madam. You will find that I can be as much as of an enigma as you are.
Are you a betting type of man, Mr. William?
I am indeed.
Then a piece of advice. Don't take any bets with me.
He stands up and meets your eye as he takes a swig while making direct eye contact with you. You will find that my poker face never folds.
We shall see about that.
Indeed. Whenever you're ready, deal the cards, Miss Scarlet.
Just make sure you have enough to pay up. Mina says as she takes the bottle from him. And takes another drink.
He, for the first time ever, you see him give like a cheeky little grin when you do that. Oh, yes. And as you're about ready to take the swig, he walks past you, taking the bottle from your hands before it even hits your lip. And he says, I prefer a dance partner that can go all in. As he swigs.
Does he keep walking or no?
He doesn't walk back downstairs, but he goes back up to where the wheel is. And you see that he, as he's walking, occasionally turns around and just like wiggles the bottle like, look what I have.
You play a very dangerous game, Captain. Are you sure you're willing to bet your life?
He turns back fully with a smile and goes, like I said, I prefer to be all in. Question is were you able to brave the storm? For I think I'm not the one afraid to go all in.
At that, Mina narrows her eyes a little bit and kind of gives him just a little challenge look, a little bit of a thing, and decides that she's done with this conversation and just kind of turns away, watching him until she fully turns to go back below deck.
As you're just about ready to go, you hear him say, "You're going to miss the Fireflies."
Mina stops and gives a huff of a sigh of annoyance. This far into the sea?
Yes. If you want to see me proven wrong, well, now's your chance to be a betting woman.
Mina turns back around, determined to stop this right now, and definitely not let him get away with anything he's attempting to do. She goes up the stairs towards the bow to the helm. No, not the bow, just, yeah, the helm of the ship, near the stern, where he went earlier. And she looks him dead in the eye and says, "Fine."
Alright. As he fully stands up, getting closer with you, what's the wager then?
Age before beauty.
He kind of taps his lip a little bit. If there are fireflies that come out tonight, You have to be nice to me for a whole day.
Nice.
And not your usual kind of nice. I mean, the more genuine kind. Not something that's hidden behind... Something hidden behind lock and key.
I cannot bet something that I may not have, Captain.
By all means, provide your wager and I will aim to match it.
Very well. I'm looking for something. Something I will not tell what it is. However, when I find that something, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get it. Whether it be leaving this crew, or dying for it, or just simply disappearing without a trace. Promise me you will not try to stop me.
Should I be a losing man? And cross my heart and hope to die.
You just might. But what is your wager?
Oh well, smirk appears on his face as he takes another swig. Either way, I would still help you find it. But I would need you to admit that maybe perhaps you're stuck with us.
Stuck. I don't much like that word.
Yes, well, if you knew anything about the Pirate's Code, then you would know the easily bent word in there, perhaps.
Yes, I know the code.
Yes. But are you the kind to bend it? Do we have an accord?
Very well.
We have an accord. He offers out a hand.
She takes the hand, and it's definitely more firm of a handshake than you would expect. Well, her deep amber eyes do not leave his for one moment.
You see that when he takes your hand, his eyes does not leave yours as well, but you see for a moment that when you look at him, for the first time ever, you see a man that notices that he's playing something more dangerous, but he is not afraid. And he gives a very coy smile in a way that says, "All right, be dangerous, I'm not afraid." And time passes. An hour passes. 2 hours. And just before the third, when you think you claim victory and nightfall eve falls, you see a wave of fireflies fly into the night sky and past the ship. Almost as if it is creating a ceiling of light above.
And remind me, what did it mean if the fireflies come out again?
That, you have to admit, perhaps
Up table.
you're stuck with us.
Keyword being perhaps, okay. Well, Mina sees the fireflies. Not happy, but kind of expected it. Without turning to William, she goes, "Well, you won this round. And I will admit that perhaps that me, Mina Scarlet, as I am now, will remain with this crew until further notice."
You see a smile appears on his face as he takes another swig. So far, I put our competition is 1-0, Miss Scott.
She
And you will
turns
find
around.
that, yes, I am the kind to keep score. We'll see how competitive you are.
At that, she finally turns her head to the side to kind of look behind her at him. You know, like just over her shoulder, kind of turning towards him. And says, "Enjoy it while it lasts, Captain William. Because it will be changing very soon. And most likely not in your favor."
He just waves you off as he says, "Good night, Miss Scarlet. See you come the morn."
With that, Mina goes downstairs and towards her hammock. And when she reaches her hammock and sits down, the wave of seasick nausea that she was trying to hide all night long with booze and a whole bunch of other things, she finally sighs and just like lays down and prays that morning will come soon so that she can continue the voyage without having to wait any longer to get back on land.
And does anyone else desire to do anything before night 1 ends and we venture off to day 2?
Fish boy.
Are you calling me a fish again?
It's
As
still
you
going.
say fish boy like that, and you're in the hammocks, all of you together, and you swear you feel like a cane poke you in the side. Storm. What up there? Old man's trying to sleep.
Apologies, Gramps. Oh yeah, I don't know if I ever mentioned this or not, but Storm's hammock / room is in the cannonball storage. That's basically where he set
Normally,
up.
that is something that would need to be mentioned beforehand.
Yeah, I apologize. I don't know if I ever said it or not.
You did not. But as
Would you prefer I be in a cabin?
it's preferred to just kind of be where everyone else is as is designated to the ship. It's just more one of those things where if you make those changes, just communicate.
All right, editor, cut this out.
Eventually, as everyone falls asleep, morning comes. And you get ready to go about your day. Mordecai, as usual, provides a lovely breakfast, especially with some of the leftover sea serpent meat, creating a nice equivalent of a breakfast brisket mixture. And you eventually get to your stations, or if you do not have one, you just see what duties are about.
After breakfast, Mordecai will grab his book and make his way to the crow's nest.
The cookbook?
Yep.
Go over to the crow's nest with the cookbook. First one that you find very interesting, something called potato salad.
What on earth is a potato? As he keeps reading.
I mean, I'm sure potatoes are a thing, by the way.
Are they?
They are. You
Oh,
gave
yes,
the shark
I mean,
last
we-
week. The starch and the rice and potatoes.
Ah, okay.
Starch.
Yeah, he'll just kind of read and just kind of see what's interesting. Ooh. And he'll also have a little bit of parchment with him taking notes on what they need to get when they make it to land.
One that does strike you as very interesting is a very particular way to cook shrimp and rice.
Oh.
It's very nice. Basically our equivalent of like Cajun style.
So like a jambalaya almost.
So like a jambalaya. And you just see recipe after recipe that all seems to have a lot of potential.
Yes. And he'll just stay up there for, well, however long it takes for, something to happen. He'll just be up there.
And the others? What are the others doing?
Storm, after checking the cannon inventory, heads to the captain's quarters. Captain, be awake.
You see as you knock on the door and even like gently open it to see if he's awake, you see a pillow gets like tossed at the door.
I assume ye wish to not be disturbed.
Clearly.
I close the door. Late sleeper. I then look around for Dionysius.
Yep, you see him. He is very chipper this morning, as per usual. And you see him just like moving a few barrels to where they should be, and always just making preparations to see that the anchor is good and ready for being lifted.
Hey, big man.
What?
Arm wrestling contest. Now I'm bored.
Do you want to be at full strength?
Remembering, what was his name? Salt something?
Salt Rock.
Remembering Salt Rock's advice, I tone it down a few notches.
Okay, I won't grow. As he really has to squat down to get to your level. And he reaches his arm out. And you may roll me an athletics check against a GIF who has athletics checks at advantage because of his species.
Good luck.
Athletics, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
Five.
Oh, that's not happening. That is not happening.
Yep.
Oh.
Basically, you just see whoever's nearest basically goes like 3, 2, 1, go. And it gets you night instantly in a way where you're like hand slam against the barrel that you're working on. You're like,
Would Mordecai see this from the crow's nest?
you very much hear it. You peek down to just see Storm just like having that as he goes, oh, sorry.
Mordecai will just be looking down.
A valiant effort.
Jolly good show! Encore! Encore! As he'll go back to his book.
Alright. Yes, strong. Again, this time, tone it down a few notches.
Are you okay? That's the same hand I hurt.
No pain, no gain.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
He's that bored. Storm is that bored.
Alrighty, once again, athletics. Still roll with that advantage.
Oh my gosh.
That's what he naturally can do. That one.
Oh no!
Oh,
my
Mordecai!
No!
Yeah,
God. You
Mordecai.
really lose your hand here.
So you're just there like, okay. In 3, 2, 1. And once again, very quick succession. This time with extra pain. Because he was still holding back, but it is still a large hippopotamus person.
Third time's the charm, old friend.
Give me a moment, real quick. I then head over to the side of the desk, like side of the deck, where out towards the ocean. I let out a large, like, scream of pain, which at the same time using my radiance breath.
My ears!
Sorry.
Oh!
Too
The
loud?
microphone is still, yes, it's still right by
Sorry.
your face.
I apologize for that.
And now for B2 roll.
Wait, is my arm broken now?
Roll me a quick con save.
Oh.
Oh no. Con save?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Jake, I just thought as a DM.
It's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's not terrible.
It's not in great condition, but like at least until your next long rest, any melee weapon you wield with that hand or any athletics checks with that hand is at disadvantage until your next long rest.
Yes, ye are strong. I'll give you that. I look forward to our next challenge.
I could provide you with a workout routine. Okay.
You know what? I might take ye up on that offer.
Okay. Well, only when your hand's better.
You were saying, Zark.
He says only when your his hand's better, but yes, Zark, you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Zark hears a sound almost like a blood-curdling scream outside. So
It was a
imagine Zark-
blood-curdling scream followed by a bit of a boom.
Yeah. So,
Wait, did that wake up the captain?
Oh.
Oh,
He ain't gonna be happy.
oh no!
A hung over captain.
Oh no! Oh no!
As he steps out of the captain's quarters, all you basically see is you hear the footsteps. It's very slow footsteps. And then just as he just stares at you, hair an absolute mess, very much bags under his eyes, obvious signs like drool on his face, wrinkly clothes, a missing shoe, and he just looks at you and just goes,
What does that mean? Wait, what does that mean?
the only person it could mean. It means you here now.
Holding his arm, he heads to the captain's quarters. Slowly. Let's get this over with. Morning, Captain.
I am not angry. I am not angry. But next time, know your own limitations
I did ask for...
and what you are,
Go on, sorry.
and what you are capable of. and a big major thing called time and place.
I did ask for you to turn it down a bit, but I understand, Captain. My deepest apologies.
No. When I mean your limitations, I mean your limitations. I don't even know who this he is. It could be Mordecai. It could be it could be Falcon. It could be Zark. But I do not care who. You do not blame someone else for your issues. But please, time and place.
Understood.
Or the next time I have to call you into my office. If I see a dorsal fin popping out of the water, you will know personally the difference between a fish and a shark. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Is there anything I can do, sir?
Yes, as a matter of fact. Falcon, he's on the ship. He's doing very well. If there is anything that he needs a hand with, well, the weapons are not needed. Ask him. I'm sure that he would use any help that he can get, raising, lowering the sails, or what have you.
Yes, sir. Captain, sir.
Thank you.
While still holding his arm in pain, he heads to leave the captain's quarters.
So
You leave the captain's quarters as all you just hear is a very deep and strong exhale as you leave the room. What you were saying, Zark?
Yep. So I'm assuming he would be in the captain's quarters during this time. And when Zark heard that yelp, Zark would rush upstairs. And as he does so, he sort of looks around at everyone else.
Oh, I heard a yell. Is everything okay? Anybody hurt? Any more fish snakes attacking?
Everything be fine, fish boy.
Just need clarification. Are you in the captain's quarters at this time, or
No,
before?
He is just recently leaving.
Yeah.
He's leaving at this time. Okay, so he'll look over you, and he'll probably notice the arm. I assume. Do you try to hide it, or can we clearly see the bruised arm?
Oh, given the fact that he is constantly grasping at it, it is very obvious. You even see that, like, there is large swelling around the wrist area.
Oh, you're hurt. Oh, I don't know what happened, but you need to rest, sir. Here, you, sit down over there.
I have to ask if Falcon needs any help.
Oh, no, you're injured. It's my job as the medic here at the ship that you're nice and healthy, so you gotta sit down there.
As ye wish, fish boy.
Good.
You
I'm not a fish, I'm a shark.
Fish, shark, what the... You know what? I don't even care.
We're not going over this again. Now, I'm gonna put some ointment on that arm, and I'm gonna wrap it up with seaweed, okay? And I want you to not use that arm for a bit. Get it nice and healed up. Can you do that? Okay. You didn't get any cuts, did you? Just bruising?
Not unless Deonsis has a few daggers hidden in that arm of his.
Like, what? Beyonce has daggers? What are you talking about? Never mind then.
As Zark will go ahead and begin to use the process of bandaging him up, trying to give him a splint, trying to make it easier for Storm here.
I'm just gonna swap hands with this real quick.
So Falcon at this point finally comes up on deck, and he sort of looks over and sees Zark attending to Storm, and this everything okay over there? I heard a scream and then a boom.
Fine. Everything's fine. Do you need anything?
Oh, does it look fine? It looks pretty hurt. I don't know what Deonce's daggers had to do with this, but it's definitely
It
looks pretty
was
bad.
a joke.
It was a what?
Forget it. Falcon, do you need help with anything?
I mean, I can think of one or two things, but by the look of that arm, you can stay there. You need to heal that up.
I can deal with it.
No, you need to rest. I'll help Falcon.
As that happens, Mina comes out from below deck, had woken up.
Did you hear it too?
Oh, I'm getting there. She comes up. She's still putting on her hat. She comes above deck and said, "What was that gosh awful scream? Did Storm launch Shark out of the cannon finally?"
No, right here.
No.
What
Real
happened?
quick for the
She's-
seasickness,
Uh-huh.
can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, Mina?
You bet I can. As soon as I find it.
Okay.
Saving throws. Oh no.
How bad is it?
It's a 5, I think.
It is the worst that it has ever been.
Oh.
And the worst part is just as you're ascending up the stairs,
Do I have to roll the deck save?
The captain's quarters door is barely ajar as you hear thump thump, thump thump, thump thump, thump thump, thump thump. And it is getting to a point where, as you're trying to keep it together, there's a point where you have to turn around for a moment as a claw mark appears on your hat. And I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw, and it's going to have a decent DC on it.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, what does that mean? What's going on with Mina?
What's happening?
A what saving roll again?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom. Oh.
There is that heartbeat that you hear becomes a little too irresistible as you see the veins and the heart of William in that room. And there is a part of you inside of your head that is whispering one simple thing. Feed.
At that, Mina. Is there any other saving throws I can roll?
If you want to try to resist it, you're gonna have to roll a wisdom check at disadvantage.
A check.
Because you did fail. Because you did fail the save.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh.
2.
No!
Before anyone gets a chance to fully respond, Mina reaches towards the door and quietly shuts it behind her as she enters the captain's quarters. And I assume you would prefer to roll a stealth.
Yep. Yes, I would.
Roll me a stealth, please.
Okay. Oh, whoops. Sorry, that was disadvantage.
Yep, you can re-roll again.
Okay.
14. I will see what he rolls in terms of a perception.
Ooh.
You are creeping closer and closer behind William, making very sure to avoid any of the creaky spots within the ship. And you get to the part where you're very accustomed to. As the claws fully extend out of your fingernails, and your fangs are fully bared, revealing to the audience your first time Mina Scarlet's vampiric nature. As you are about ready to lunge, William turns around. As that is where we end our session.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Vampire.
So, hope everybody enjoyed the session for the night. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We raise our sails until we set sail again next Friday. We will see you next time.